From Cleveland's most accurate weather team, this is 19 First Alert Plus. Sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
Right, Chris Fry in the 19 News Digital Studios with a look at your First Alert forecast. Chief Meteorologist Jason Nicholas is here. Jason, good evening to you.
Chris?
We're talking heat, of course. First Alert Weather Day still in effect right now.
Oh, yeah.
But boy, we had some pop-up storms today.
Yep.
Caused a lot of damage. The rain was needed, but the damage behind it, not so much.
Now, we had big winds in a couple of those storms, especially out towards the Kent-Ravenna area, likely caused by a downburst, which is just a rush of rain and water coming down from the sky, rushing down to the surface, to the ground. So it's something that can happen from time to time. I didn't see any evidence of a tornado or anything like that, but it likely was from very strong winds that get pushed down to the surface. And I believe that's what happened out in the Kent-Ravenna area. We'll see. They may do a storm survey and find something different, but based on radar, that's what it looked like. Live look right now, downtown Cleveland. The heat is on. Yes, it is. Downtown still very warm. We've got alerts, as you mentioned, through Saturday. So it's a lot. Excessive heat, humidity, temps running 90 to 95. Today, we were at 96. So, 90 to 95, we can probably throw a little plus on there, kind of like what we did for heat indexes as well. Limit your time outside. Check on folks who are vulnerable, don't have air conditioning, and of course, do not forget about your pets. 85, we've recovered a lot. We were down to 80, went up to 90, and now we're at 85. The area in yellow, or orange, I should say, that is the heat advisory, basically for all of Ohio, into Pennsylvania, New York, New England as well. We have excessive heat warnings here in pink. Western Ohio into Detroit and into portions of southern Michigan. So it's hot, it's humid, a little bit of rain and thunder. That's still going to be the case. Look at Chicago still in the 90s. We've got this basically called this heat dome, which is basically swallowing up much of the eastern part of our country. And then sometimes on the edge of this, we have a little ring of fire. And we can even have storms in the middle of it. Just does not take much for showers and storms to develop, but the majority of us will make it through dry. Now, as we head through tomorrow, I do think we'll have to watch for a few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon across our northeastern counties. You kind of saw them there, right there, 3 p.m. up towards the Menor-Ash, Beulah area. But other than that, it's just going to be another hot and humid day with temperatures running in the low to middle 90s. We don't get much relief overnight into Wednesday. And again, Wednesday, I can't rule out a few early showers and storms. Once again, we're looking at temperatures on Wednesday approaching 90. And again, we'll have to watch for some rain and thunder through the afternoon. Thursday, we kind of do it again. I think Thursday perhaps is the hottest day due to the lack of rain and the lack of cloud cover. So right now we're at 85 degrees at 9:30. We won't dip much. Look at those lows, mid-70s, Chris. I know you like the heat, but this is even a lot for you. We'll talk more about how long it's going to last coming up on the 7-day and 15.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. You know I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
Well, mid-90s it goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a little cooler Saturday, but the heat dome is in full effect. Overnight lows in the mid-70s. We've got alerts out. Again, rare for us to have that many alerts in a row, but it is what it is. We don't want to issue alerts, but we have a threshold, and that threshold is mid-90s, low to mid-90s with high dew points and heat indexes over 100, and that's what we're going to see potentially all those days, even into the day on Saturday. It does look like we get some relief heading into early next week. Chris.
Jason, I think just observing, because I was interested, I was talking to a lot of friends of mine this weekend, and they're Clevelanders, and they brag about the summers here, and my I guess conversation with them is I said I'm going to observe how Clevelanders can handle this heat for 2-3 days, and it seems as if today, seeing folks walking in our neighborhood middle of the day, no problem. People still kind of carried on as normal, even if it was 90 degrees in the south suburbs. So
yeah, we'll see. Again, this is a long duration event, so it's a lot. Mm-hmm. Today was kind of the first hot day. Yesterday was pretty hot too, but today was the real first hot day. Yeah. When you have this over and over, you don't cool off much at night. It can be exhausting to folks.
Yeah.
Just the process of staying cool can be mentally taxing on folks. Not to mention dangerous if you're going to say, well, it's not that bad. And then, you can get heat exhaustion, heat stroke, know the differences between those two things. And, it's one of those things where you just want to listen to your body and not push it if you don't have to.
Definitely. This heat is not for the weak of heart. You got to be smart when you're in hot weather
Correct.
like this, no doubt about it. Chief Meteorologist Jason Nicholas giving us the rundown on the first alert weather day for excessive heat. Jason, we'll see you at the top of the hour.
Thanks, Chris.
As will I. We'll see you for our first newscast coming up at 10 o'clock on CW43, and then switch over to 19 for the news at 11. I'm Chris Fry in the 19 News Digital Studios. We'll see you then.
19 News.